Tricked you, didn't I? I'm not actually crying, but we're going to talk about crying today. Yes, we are. Crying is actually beneficial to you, so let me know what you think about it. Enjoy the video. When you feel happy, you smile. When you're angry, you feel tense and maybe even hostile. But when you're sad, do you cry or do you hold it in? Crying is a natural part of emotions when we are sad, but we may think it's a sign of weakness and hold it in. Some reasons we may cry are due to being extremely stressed and depressed, sadness, frustration, and many situational events that cause these emotions. Men may also have a harder time showing emotions and crying, largely due to how society views men as tough and shouldn't cry. However, we all experience negative emotions and need to cry. Crying is a natural way of getting out our sadness and frustration. Emotions need to be released or it could build and cause other physical and mental health issues. Think of the pressure building up, like shaking a carbonated drink. The more you hold it in, the more internal stress it'll cause you before it violently explodes. You may feel frustrated and angry, and your emotions could be out of control. This is why it's important to address your emotions the moment you feel them instead of hiding and repressing them. Crying is actually a very important tool for you to get out emotions. You keep bottling things up, anger, depression, sadness, so many different things you bottle up and keep inside because you don't want to show it to the world. Because you end up maybe feeling that you were vulnerable when you cry. And you want to hold it all in, pretending that everything is fine when you know that it isn't fine. Well, what does that cause? That causes mental stress, mental issues, and physical issues as well. When you keep bottling up all that stress, it's going to cause physical ailments as well. So you have to learn how to be open and learn to cry, to let all of that out. But how can you let your emotions out appropriately and cry when you need to? One of the first places to begin is by realizing that crying is natural. Crying may make you feel vulnerable, especially around others, but crying does not make you weak or vulnerable. Rather, letting go of emotions and crying actually makes you stronger. By getting in touch with your emotions and realizing that they don't make you weak will actually allow you to come to terms with them better. Next is to learn to let crying be the outlet for letting go of anger, frustration, and sadness. When we feel these emotions, we can physically feel this within our bodies, usually in our chest. As we begin to breathe deeper and faster, our hands may begin to tremble, as well as the inability to stay still. Whatever way you feel, recognize how you are reacting to stress and learn to change the outcome. In the moment may be hard, but the more you pay attention to it, the more you'll be able to recognize it. So when you feel intense emotions and like you want to cry, let yourself cry and feel the emotions being released. Whatever it is you are feeling, let it come out of your body via your tears. You can physically feel the relief it brings you as you begin to let go of the pent-up emotions you have. Feel it coming out of your body and letting go of whatever struggles you are dealing with. This is why it's so important to cry. It is because crying can help you release the emotions and not bottle them up. Think about the analogy of shaking a soda can. If you poke holes in it prior to shaking, yes, it'll be messy, but it won't build up as much pressure and explode. Rather, it will be released more calmly and steadily. Just like your own emotions, as you let them out, you'll notice a huge improvement in your life and mental well-being as you learn to get a better hold of your emotions. Let me know how this works for you. Have a great day. I'll tell you my own experience here with learning how to cry appropriately. You know, I myself have had very stressful situations in my life before, very saddening situations, and I would just hold it in, wouldn't really bother with it, and then I would just feel it just starting to just build up, and it just had to come out. So I would just cry. It would just all come out. Afterwards, I would feel so much better. I could think more clearly, I could think rationally, and I could actually go about my life normally here. So I let out those emotions. If I just kept bottling them up, I would have felt worse and worse and worse. So that is something that I did. And I know you can do the same as well. So I'm really curious to know what you thought of this information, how you can use crying to let go of any sort of negativity that you have. And I'm really curious to know how this is going to be beneficial to you. So you all take care. I will catch you later for something else, and have a great one. Bye-bye now.